everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Seahawks going up against the Jets. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. All right, now, look
Hackenberg on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The first carry now. This is Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And quickly, the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
So 1 yard to go here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. Under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Second down, Hackenberg. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set! Green, 30. Gun! No. Check. Patriot!
On play action, it's Hackenberg. And he's got a noon one. And he's brought down after a good gain. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down, Hackenberg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll throw again. Hackenberg dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. To throw is Hackenberg. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Hackenberg now to throw on first. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go to Johnson again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. From the red zone now, Hackenberg. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got Curse. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there. able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. On 2nd down, Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he will find his man on the outside. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A really nice carry there by the Flint, Michigan native Thomas Rawls.
A transfer from Michigan back to Central Michigan. Got overlooked in the NFL draft when he came out. Ended up being a priority free agent. And boy, what a rookie season he had before injuring an ankle. This guy is something else. When he gets going, their offense really responds.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jordan Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly. That is so... frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. From the gun on third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. You think back at Alabama, he was there, Ingram was there, Richardson all at the same time. Boy, they produced some backs, haven't they?
They do. They are run-heavy, and backs are attracted to that. They know they're going to carry the football often, and they'll get plenty of help from those big people up front.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Rawls. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
On third down, Hackenberg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Now a hit and a loose football. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. And out now come the Seahawks. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
What often gets lost with Eddie Lacy when he's playing at his ideal weight is his agility and his quickness. But in this case, he's putting that together with his power. And with these early runs, if you're on the defense side of the ball, you've got to stop that now or you're in for a long, long game.
There's Wilson to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On second down, Hackenberg again. And his throw here's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching and went up to try and catch a pass. Oof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You almost hear the wheels turning all the way up here. Do I go out of bounds? Do I put my head down and try and gain additional yardage? In this situation, I probably would have put my head down and just tried to get upfield. Going out of bounds did them no good, and they lost additional yardage.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They run it again with Lacey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Now it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
On second down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
One receiver left, three to the right. Third and long, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Doug Baldwin, 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one because right now this has not been his game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Third and long for Hackenberg. He's got his man on the crossing route. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Let's go. Blue line.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Hackenberg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. One back is Lacey. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And this is caught at the 8. He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll run it with Lacey. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Eddie Lacy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now a handoff. Johnson. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To throw, Hackenberg. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Hackenberg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, it's Lacy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Here we go. This is green. 39.
Second down, Hackenberg. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's caught. Lockett. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and to keep
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. His end zone, Hackenberg, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
To throw, Hackenberg. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Hackenberg on first down. That one complete to Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. Boom,
They'll throw again. Hackenberg. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Red zone opportunity.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Right, easy. Take up the line, take the line. Gotta go, in and out. Check safety. 19. Check. 36 foul. Show it.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Marshall now, the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series. Let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
23 yards on the play. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
First down, Hackenberg. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about
Lacy hit, he lost the football. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a jet touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. The interception. Here's Hackenberg. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
All right, here we go.
On third down, Hackenberg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw, Hackenberg. And this is incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
19. Back.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Double tight, guys. 14.
They'll hand it off. Lace it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another pistol look here. A first down throw for Hackenberg. Surveying the field. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it. All those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Lacey. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.